I'm about to change my turbo cartridge. Having an issue here already getting these bolts off. Well, kind of expected it, because I mean, pretty much anywhere where you have heat, you're gonna have an issue getting the bolt off. So heat it up and get it off. I just did this one. I got those two loose. I used my little torch. Use this little torch. This little thing is awesome. Now I'm getting ready to work on this one, and I'm heating the turbo portion, not the bolt. I'll keep the heat more on the housing than on the bolt. Up real nice. What I like about this torch is there's this little button and it gives it air. A little bit better flame. Then I'll get my wrench, put on it, and it should just come right loose. There it is. So I'll do this till I get all of them loose. Backs out and hits the thing. So do this for all the rest of the bolts, and then I'll show you what I do next. Okay, so I got the bolts loose. Taking this out for my oiler. Pull that out and just stick it off to the side. And then what I did was I took my rubber mallet and I tapped on it. A little bit to get it to start coming out, because you see that bolt right there? When it's pushed all the way in, it was hitting. So once you screw it out, so far, that's as far as it'll go. That's the wrong one. That would be as far as it would go. And so in order to move it any further, you have to move your cartridge out. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this top bolt out here, keep those two in the bottom in, and see if I can pull it out without having to take all the bolts all the way out, because it's starting to lean quite a bit. And you can see it's still smoking quite a bit. It's hot. And I lubed it with some PB Blaster, kind of see if that would help it to come loose. And I don't know if it helped or not, but it came loose nonetheless. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and get these bolts out. If I need to, I'll pull all of them. I'll let you know, and get the cartridge out and put the new one in. All right, well, I got the cartridge out. I did end up pulling all 5 of the bolts in order to get it off, but got it off. Didn't break none of the bolts. Thank God for heat. And here's my new turbo cartridge here. A couple little changes, but nothing real major. Looks like it just shaved a little bit of weight. Other than that, looks the same. Be careful not to bend those fans when you're taking it out and putting it in. Yeah, I'm gonna lube it up and put it back together. I almost forgot. Put a little bit of anti-seize on your bolts before you put everything back in. And on this top bolt, I'm gonna do just like I did taking it out. I'll put it in, and then I'll start screwing it in as I push it in, so that because if I put the bolts, all of them in first, it's pretty much what I'm gonna do. Put all the bolts in, and then I'll just tighten them, and just like a tire, just like a car tire, crisscross tighten them up. It's like a star pattern, so that it pulls together, so it pulls it flat and it doesn't end up getting cocked. And anti-seize on all the bolts. All right, now what I did also, before I tighten these up, I put the oiler on, the oil return on, and so that it adjusted the timing on the turbo so that from the exhaust manifold to the turbo, this is lined up now. These two are lined up the way they're supposed to be to my oil return and the intake and the exhaust manifold. Now I just put some gasket sealer on the face of this, the input side, and now I'm about to put that on, and I'm going to clock it to the intake so that everything lines up perfectly. And then I'll tighten everything up, line everything up, tighten it up, and it should be perfectly timed. Then I'll put my gaskets on, hook up my oiler, and I'm almost ready to prime my engine. Woohoo!